Ladies and gentlemen, this month, as part of the BIG YEK Monthly Cup, we have a time attack competition going on, where you guys were given 10 maps, and you basically had 1 week to hunt them, and whoever is in the top 5 in the leaderboard campaign, leaderboard, is going to qualify to the BIG YEK Monthly Cup, where prizes worth over €400 are waiting. And yeah, the records were secret for the entire week, and we are now gonna react to the world records, and of course also to who actually qualified. So let's first of all take a look at that. First place in the campaign is Christian. Christian with 152,000 points. Auris in second, Velk in third, Mark in fourth, and Sean in fifth. So those 5 players will qualify. GG already. But now we're going to come to the actually exciting part, because these 10 maps that I was giving to you were very, very wild. Very, very crazy maps, and I want to see what kind of times and strategies you guys have come up with. So let's start on map number 1, and I think we're going to take a look at every single record one by one. So let's go in with Christian. So this first map was actually somewhat drivable, I would say. We start with some desert car underwater, then dirt outside here. Only one person beat the offer time. True, actually, that's crazy. Then the no grip, and with a smooth steer exit there, very clean. Keeping a lot of speed into the snow car. Then, of course, the bobsleigh here, going into the boost very far inside, and very good exit. Looks like a really clean run so far, actually. Then coming to the rally ice part. Zack, tap, 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 survives that. Goes for a lot of boost with the snow car, doesn't hit any wall. And then goes here. And then the risky end goes for a pretty direct finish. Actually looks like a pretty clean run, to be honest. I'm not sure where people have found another 2 seconds of a time gain. Well, let's see. Next up we have Auris. Auris in 4th place. Bit more inside of a line here. Already gains a tiny little bit. Okay. Then the dirt outside also looking really clean. The plastic bounce looking pretty good as well. But Auris actually going for an ice slide. Look at this. Auris went for an ice slide, while Christian, I need to stop pronouncing it German. Christian just went for a normal line, but seems like Auris' line was just as fast. Goes a bit higher in the quarter pipe. And, oh, yo, what is that line? Okay, crazy. That is a crazy jump, holy moly. Alright, goes for full on... Naja, what is this? They go for the backwards booster trick with Snowcar. Look, they enter backwards and then get the backward soup. And with that, they have a bit more speed up the hill. That's crazy. Holy moly. I think the offer time was driven by Shadow Crancer, by the way, so it makes sense why it's so strong. But that are definitely some very interesting strats by Auris there. Next up, we have FWO Riolu. Let's see what he's going for. Has a worse start than Auris, and also Christian with more speed, actually. Okay, so the time gain is somewhere else. Then also goes for the plastic bounce, obviously. And gets kinda bad speed out of this, to be honest. Yeah, hello, and what is this? A huge raid by Carl. Yeah, hello, Carl. Hope you had a good hunting session on the Red Bull maps, my friend. We're currently checking out the time attack records for the BIG YEK Monthly Cup that I'm hosting. Because there was a time attack competition going on. 10 maps were given to the players, and they had 1 week to hunt. And yeah, whoever's in the top 5 qualified to the monthly final. And we're just checking out the results. And we're on map 1, so actually good timing. You didn't really miss a lot yet. So let's see where FW... Now he goes for a bounce here. And for full on exit speed and gets a... Yeah, look how much he caught up, actually. He gained everything he lost. And then also goes for the backwards snow car boost. What the hell? And apparently he had a better finish. Look. He had a better finish than Auris. That's the only difference. That's crazy. Okay, well then we have Sean next up, who is 0.2 faster. And then we're gonna have Mark later, who is 1 second faster somehow. That's crazy. Okay, but let's see what Sean is doing first of all. Dirt outside is coming in. Has a bit of a slow line. And, oh, what? Okay, he has by far the slowest start so far. What? Okay, what did he do? He lost literally a second. He is barely ahead of my discovery run. What the hell was Sean cooking? Goes for boost. Goes for the bump. Okay. That was clean. Caught up a lot already. Very inside rally car line here. And look at the exit speed. Nah, and he even gets like... Oh, he almost gets airtime to skip the dings there. Okay, he had an insane end actually. So I guess we kind of know what Mark is going to be doing. Probably good start and then the end by Sean. Well, let's see. Mark almost 1 second ahead of everyone else. Where is he gaining that? Outside line is looking good. Is he going for an ice slide? Yeah, Mark is an ice slider. Has relatively low exit speed, to be honest. Goes for the precise line to flex a little bit. Okay. Good move, my friend. Good move. Then goes kinda inside. Also goes for the bump here. Looks very, very scuffed, to be honest. But he's not far ahead. He must have had an insane end boost. Let's see. Yeah, okay. He got it really, really good. Yeah, okay. So basically, he just combined the fast parts of everyone else. And with that, got a really, really good time. Okay, those were the records of map 1. Let's go straight to map number 2, which was BYMC Time Attack Split Castle. Yeah, this map was kind of wild, to say the least. So let's see what Petro Buddy is doing, first of all. 5th place for him. Where is he going? What is he doing? Okay, goes for the lower line. There was also a cut, I remember, where you could go through the obstacle there. And resets the fragile very nicely. Alright. And far outside line goes onto the woods. Yeah, it's a very wild map, as you can see. A lot of stuff going on here. But so far, Petro Buddy doing all of the intended lines. Also goes for the risky quarter pipe jump here. Goes very far inside and only barely grips the wood, actually. Interesting. Then a left turn, right turn. Then has to go for the release here. Keeps a lot of exit speed, actually. That was pretty clean. He jumps all the way up, overjumped by a tiny little bit, but that's fine, because you have to go inside here either way and you lose the gear. Then also releasing to not get a bad gear change, and then goes inside here, and then also going for the risky finish on the right. Okay, that was a pretty solid, clean run. Nothing crazy going on. Next up, we have Sean. And Sean goes for the inside line. Okay, that is what I was talking about. That is the small shortcut you can do here. Actually, not sure how much he gained to Petro, but probably like half a second or so. Then jumping to the left here. Zack, zack. Also going for the quarter pipe. Let's see, is he going for any more wood? Yeah, he goes for full on wood. But then has a bad gear change and airtime, actually. Oh, I'm pretty sure he lost a little bit there. And the no-break turn coming in. Goes for the release. Keeps a bit less speed than what Petro Buddy had, I think. Therefore, perfectly grips the landing here. Also goes a bit more outside on the dirt. A bit of a bad gear change. Jean, not the GOAT at gear manipulation. But then also barely getting the risky finish. Okay, let's actually see how much he gained with that start. Because I feel like... yeah, would definitely say it's at least half a second. It's more like 1 second actually. Okay, he gained a lot with that. Alright, interesting. Then we have Velk. Velk not far ahead of Sean. So we could maybe witness a very good fight here. Goes for the inside line as well. And also goes for an early reset, which actually lost a little bit of time, though. You missed the start cut? Yeah, Petro. I even showed it off in my discovery. I even showed it in my discovery. But okay, Velk. Yo! Wait. Halt, stop. Shortcut. Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong. Oh, it's not much faster, though. But look, instead of taking the quarter pipe, they flippy out of here. And they barely get a landing that doesn't put them onto their roof. He had a bit of a bad exit, but I think he gained. I think it is faster to go for it. In this case, he lost, though, because he had, like, very weird gears going on there. And yeah, Aura is also saying it's barely faster. Okay. Oh, then Velk actually overjumping by a lot here. But then look at this. Sean got the gear on. Look at the gear. Velk is releasing. Sean getting the gear on. Look how much speed he lost. Sean would have been ahead if it wasn't for the gear down. Interesting. Okay, next up we have Aurus with a 52.16. Let's see what Aurus is cooking. Is he going for the inside line? Yes, he is. I mean, makes sense. It is faster. Then going late onto the reset. That is the faster strat. Very nice. Then goes for an outside line here. Very low side jump. Very nicely done. Keeps a lot of speed over the penalty. But he's not going for the cut, actually. Okay, I mean, if it's only barely faster, maybe smart to not go for it. It barely makes a difference. But they all have a very similar run, to be honest. Look at this. Very good racing going on here, actually. Surprising. Then Aurus jumping. Yeah, quite high as well. And yeah, it's just... oh, he keeps... oh, he kept gear 4. Yeah, even better. So we had like the evolution of gear in that part. We had Sean, who got gear 3 and then had a bad upper gear. We had Velk, who was basically staying in the lower gear, which is good. And then Aurus actually just fully kept the 4th gear. Okay, but now I want to see what Game Guest is doing. He is 1.2 seconds ahead of everyone else. Where is he gaining that? What has he found? Full on reactor line here. Nah, he didn't do that. That's crazy. Instead of taking the turn here, he slowed down. And look at this gigantic overwall. You need to get quite some height from that. And he barely gets on here. Nah, that's crazy. And then he's also on the risky route, so he gets the reactor and everything. And is basically just cutting one entire turn. That's crazy. Holy. I saw that in Discovery, but the setup is impossible. Yeah, it looks insanely XTD. And according to Aurus, there's also a possible reactor flight to skip the quarter pipe. That's crazy. Okay. But a game guest with that probably gained like 1.5 seconds. Also has bad gear changes here. Oh no. He even had bad gears. But he's getting the risky finish. Okay, at least something. Let's maybe see it out of Aurus POV, how much that's really gaining. So here's the cut. This is what we're skipping basically. And yeah, there's game guest. So he definitely gained at least a second with that. Holy moly. Yeah, looks very, very disgusting to go for. Game guest, the only one who actually got it. And with that, a well-deserved world record. Very nicely done. So next up we have Sharp Change by Artroid. This is a bit more of a driving type of map. So let's maybe watch 2 records at the same time, because otherwise we're not gonna make it until Cup of the Day. Now this map was pretty drivable. This one was also supposed to be played in a normal BYMC qualifier, but there were sadly some issues with the server. So yeah, pretty normal. Oh, what? They skipped the... Aha, they skipped the stadium car there. Interesting. Apparently it's faster to keep the rally car. That is actually kind of smart. Then the transition into the stadium car bobsleigh, looking pretty clean. And then the right turn, not going for any brake taps actually. Then some smooth steering going on. And Christian actually was behind the entire run, but then the risky finish. Look, you wanted to backslide very far inside. And Christian apparently had that really, really well. Look at that. Was behind, not too far though. And then gets the bump. And then zoop. And then look at this, inside backslide and with a plastic bounce getting into the finish. Very clean. And on the previous map, the world record is 30 minutes old. Damn. And Aurus time is 6 days old. Okay, that's crazy actually. Holy shit. Alright, well next up we have Velk, who is half a second faster. 0.6 actually. So more than half a second. So let's see what he's doing. Where is he gaining? Clean line here. Very low airtime. Has a bit more exit speed. Also going for the skip. Is he doing an outside dirt turn? No. They go for a bit of a... I don't even know. It's super weird. But he gained a lot of time. And then super inside line by Velk here. Very clean execution. Probably gained the entire half a second here. And Game Guest saying, I only hunted the maps today. Giga chat. A Giga chat first time message. Yeah, holy moly. Well done then. And Velk also finishing very far inside. Big W for that. Okay, next up we have FWO Riolu and Mark, who are only 5 thousandths apart. So very, very, very close race here. Let's see what they are doing. Start, looking kind of equal. Nothing crazy going on. And then we have the downhill left turn. And they go kind of outside actually. And yeah, they just have... FWO going for a very long ice slide actually. And therefore has a good bobsleigh entry. Mark, however, with a small lead. But then we have also brake taps going on by FWO Riolu, which gained him a little bit of speed. He has a lead now, but has a slightly slower ending. And Mark actually able to snipe on the very last meter. Look at that. Boah, that's like insanely close. Okay, good race going on here. Mark with the WR. Riolu very, very closely behind. And Mark also saying these 5 thousandths actually decided if Riolu or me qualified. That's crazy. That is crazy then. That's a bit unfortunate for Riolu, but it is what it is. So next up, this map was a little bit wild. I'm already apologizing for the way this map looks. It's very red. So let's quickly watch this one. So the thing what's going on with this map is that the surface is like switching all the time. I don't even know what exactly we are driving on. But yeah, I don't know. Let's just watch Jadles. Has some good racing lines here though. Oh, a very inside line. There's definitely some wood block mixed into this. But it's wood with something else. And I was saying I changed my monitor settings to play this. That's crazy. It is road, ice, wood, and dirt mixed. Yeah, that's crazy. Nah, they found a shortcut. Yo, wait. Instead of driving the last turn, they just jump full inside. Yeah, that makes sense, of course. Bit of an awkward landing, loses some speed, and then the bumper into the finish here. Okay, interesting, interesting. Next up we have Christian. Let's see what he's doing. Very inside line actually, gains a lot of speed here. Very inside line here as well. Is he going full speed here? No, actually goes for a small release and gets a bump. Definitely lost some time to that. Oh, but then keeps full grip here. And probably also going for the cuts. Yeah. Gets it a bit differently though. And keeps more speed and then a very low jump actually. Okay, so quite some different lines than what Jadels was doing. Next up we have our good old boy Sean. Let's see what he's cooking. And look at this. Christian had a very good start, I think. Oh, Sean with a bit of a riskier move here. Also has a bit more speed up the hill. And with that is able to overtake Christian temporarily. It is very close among them though. But here Sean was going for a small lead. Barely gets the cut. And then just goes ahead or like moves into the lead because of a lower bounce into the finish. Okay, clean, clean, clean. Next up we have the Riolu guy. Also, it's not the actual Riolu, by the way, for those of you wondering. It's just a funny XCD rename. Has a very good start. Now let's see. Can he dodge the bump? No, he actually has very low speed up the hill. Okay. Wait, he's like half a second behind. He must have had the shortcut of the century. What the hell? Oh, he's so far... Yo, ultra... Yeah, okay. Ultra low jump and also ultra low finish jump. I don't know how, but he gained an insane amount of time. He was like easily half a second behind. That's crazy. Okay, and then in first place we have Auris, who probably has a better start and then the same kind of good end actually. Yeah, okay, Auris with an insane start actually. He is so far in the lead. Damn, so there was a lot more possible on this map apparently. But the finish cut was just very hard. Damn, FWO Riolu almost with the overtake. Look how far he was behind. Dude, that cut was insane by him. Yeah, you can still gain like 1 second to this, it looks like. Crazy. But really good performance here. Auris with the WR. Well done. And with that, we're gonna go to the next map. Oh god, this map is an absolute war crime. I think we've all seen this one in the Discovery. I was extremely confused. We have Shower Fort 7 by Mega Adri. And this map, I cannot even explain what exactly is going on. But this is by far the worst map I have ever seen, probably. So let's see what people are doing here. Christian in 5th. So you have to go backwards with Snow Car, but then you have Cruise Control and No Grip and Reactor, and I don't even know. Also this map is just too much. So let's see what Christian is doing. Has a good start, looks kinda clean until here. Then actually brakes in order to not be too fast here. Almost flies out. And then we have the dodging part. Has to dodge all of the obstacles here, which he successfully does. Barely getting around here. Then we have the backwards snow car zooping trick. Zoop, zoop, zoop. And then we have the risky finishes. Is he getting one of the riskies? Oh, he gets up into that one. That's crazy. There was definitely some luck involved in this one. Dodges all of the finishes, but then out of pure coincidence, this moving block is at the exact right place at the exact right time. And with that, he yeets up into the ring. Okay. Very interesting record already. Next up, we have Kalakstrom. Let's see what he's doing. Also gets a small speed boost in the start. However, Christian got it a tiny bit better. But they're very equal. Oh, Kalak's also going for the break, but goes a bit more inside. So actually goes into the lead. And then we have the dodging. Is he going for the exact same line? Goes a bit further outside here. But overall somewhat equal. So the only difference was the end apparently. Also a more inside line here, but has way less speed actually. So Kallax must have had a sick end. Where is he finishing? He yeets and... Yo, he literally gets the first available finish. That's crazy. Goes very far outside and then... Yeah, very steep bumper here. And it gives him like insane height and he barely gets into that one. That's crazy. The records in general on this map are closer than I would have thought. And I'm also... Huh. Yo! Wait. Ellie! Ellie found a different start strat. Yo, wait. My man is going for very different lines. Also different line here. Okay. Oh, but he had less speed though. Got overtaken by both of them, but the very start was definitely faster. Oh no, so Ellie must have had a disgusting end basically. Oh, very far inside here, actually. Very far inside. And then yeet. Yo. Full on luck with that one. That's crazy. This bumper, and he gets they get pushed up like backwards almost and just straight up. But what is that start line? That looked very interesting. Look at the speed diff. And then also in this turn. Very different line. Falls behind, but then overtakes here basically. Very interesting. Okay. So Ellie definitely found some kind of different stuff. Then in second place we have Jesse. Jesse apparently going for the same line actually. Look at that. Oh, very early plastic bounce here. And then don't ask me why they are doing this hit, but I think you need to do it in order to get a good line here. Okay, Jesse basically did the same, just better. Very interesting. Goes quite far to the left here. So until here, almost everyone is equal, funnily enough. So Jesse must have also gotten a pretty lucky finish. Let's see. Wow, okay. Didn't get like one of these high bounces, but instead just got like a very low jump and barely got the angle to get into this finish. Very clean. Okay, and in the first place, we have Velk. Velk with an insane start, okay. Is he maybe the only one who got a better... Wait, he goes forwards. Huh? Hey, illegal? And then goes backwards here. Okay. Did the... Nein, halt, stop. Okay, so first of all, illegal strategy here. Look at the inputs. What is he doing? What is this? But then he has the slowest. He loses all of his speed. But then, look at this. He bumps the tree to get a speed boost. That's crazy. He legit gained a second with that speed boost? How? As some people are really going for strats that are just, yeah, crazy. And then... What? Even gets a... How did that get into the finish? I think because he hit the ramp like sideways, he got a plastic bug. Yeah, look. He bugged. You see how his car is bugging. Look. Pop. And then barely gets enough height to get into this ring. Okay, Velk definitely with a very, very unique run. Crazy start strat, gets a speed boost. Holy moly, eh. But okay, very cool map to watch the records on. I would absolutely not have wanted to drive this map myself. But watching the records was pretty fun. And with that, we go to Flip into Moving Block by Lumit. Let's see what's happening on this one. Christian in 5th place. We start off on this map with, a custom camera ice slide, actually. Christian with very good exit speed. Is it possible to go for a cut? Kinda. They kinda low jump the quarter pipe. Then we have the left ice slide here with a plastic bounce at the exit. And then, yeah, look at this. They get enough speed and good enough of a line to jump all the way down here. Plastic bounce here. Bit of a slowdown. That was definitely not so good. Very good plastic bounce here, however. And then gets a speed boost and going into the finish. What a mappy here. Holy moly, eh. Okay, so a lot of stuff to do here to gain time on. Next up, we have Riolu. Who goes for... Wait, Riolu doesn't even go for an ice slide. And it's faster. Wow, that's interesting. Not going for the ice slide and instead just taking the wall ride seems to be faster. Very interesting. Then also goes here. Is he jumping all the way down? Yes, he is. With a double flip here. Let's see how the exit looks like. The exit is semi-optimal. Oh, same for this. That lost a lot of time. And he's on his roof? How was that even fast? The first half, insane. The second half, yeah, not so ideal. But overall, still in 4th with that. Well done. And with that, we come over to Kallax, who's in 3rd. Goes for the same start strat. And also gets it pretty good. Then very low jump here. And then going very far inside at the ice slide, actually. Is a bit behind Riolu guy. Oh, and lands on his side. Has to slow down a bit. But gets a very good exit here. Yeah, that definitely was a huge time gain. It seems like there's a lot more possible on this map, actually. Interesting. Then in 2nd, we have Lumit. Lumit going for the ice slide. Oh, but it's clearly slower, actually. Oh, but insane quarter pipe, however. That quarter pipe gained everything back. And then also very good ice slide. Wait, that exit was absolute dog water. Yo, what a land. Yo, what is this? Nah, hä? Oh my god, there is like so much more possible on this map. But what was this? He gets like not even a proper plastic bounce, but lands perfectly smooth here. But then has like a very awkward line and just barely stays ahead into the finish. What is happening? Okay, but then we have Welk. Welk actually has quite a significant lead. Goes for the ice slide as well. Oh, but definitely got the best ice slide out of everyone. And also gets the very low jump. That was clean. Then let's see how the exit looks like. Yeah, better. But FWO Riolu definitely had the best one overall. Goes for the plastic bounce. Oh, and actually full speeds it like a man. Okay, but... Naja. Not to criticize the run, but I'm pretty sure that this was not ideal. Wow, okay, so there really was a lot more possible on this map. But I mean, you know, the records were secret. People did not know the strats. People did not know the records by the others. And yeah, so 28, 100% doable here. Holy, what a map. Okay, but very interesting to watch. And with that, we go to the next map, which was Close Shave by Sovereign Sarge. And this map was a bit confusing, because this was a bit of a pathfinding map. So I'm maybe gonna show you my run first of all. I went for the snow car, then took the ring in the plastic, then actually went outside here to take this one at the top. Peng. Then jump to the right onto the wood, get this ring. And then I did something that is probably not ideal, which is to go here up the quarter pipe and then to take the speed to barely get this quarter pipe checkpoint over here. And then I just went out to the left, back onto the grass to get this checkpoint. And then from here, I went onto the roof to drop down here. So definitely, yeah, semi-optimal route by me. People have beaten this by 10 seconds. So let's see what kind of route the others have cooked. In 5th place, we have Welk, who goes backwards in the start already. Okay, already gains like 1 year to me in the start. It goes all the way backwards until here. How much did that gain? Okay, I don't see my goes, but I think it gained like 3 seconds or so at least. Holy moly. Oh, and then you can jump out directly to the quarter pipe. And you actually get the checkpoint by simply driving backwards. Okay, so actually the same route as I did, more or less. Just like with way more optimizations and also jumping directly down here. Damn, so the checkpoint order is the exact same. But it's just 10 seconds faster than what I did. That's crazy. Okay, then we have a bit of a gap to the FWO Riolu guy. Let's see what he's cooking. Start looks clean, looks pretty much the same. Goes for a lot of speed here, actually. So, then going up here. Actually lost a bit of time, though. Oh, but then keeping a lot more speed onto the penalty. And that actually made a difference. Also dropping down here, lands it clean. And has a bit more speed into the finish. Okay, but you see that there is definitely more possible. Next up, we have Sean. Let's see what he's doing. Oh, very good start, actually. Best one so far. Jumps up, goes down. The same as always, basically. And then just jumps kind of far. Ah, Welk still got this part the best, actually. Oh, but Sean with a lot of speed into the penalty. Yeah, okay. That really makes the difference here. Then also drops down cleanly and drives into the finish. Okay. Next up, we have a pretty big gap. Mark is 0.6 ahead of 3rd place. Definitely has the best start so far. Clearly noticeable. Yeah, actually by a lot. Damn, he gained like the entire half a second at the start, it looks like. I lost track. How many maps are left? I don't even know myself. Okay, looks clean. Looks clean. And also keeps a lot of speed here. Barely gets the checkpoint. And then, yeah, the end is probably gonna be the exact same, actually. Goes here. And then going here. Okay. And then in 1st place, we have Christian. Let's see how good of a run he got. The start is pretty good, I would say. Slightly worse than the one from Mark. Jumps also a bit higher here. But therefore has a bit more speed, so it is kind of equal. Oh! Oh, lands sideways here to get the earlier backwards acceleration. That definitely gained a lot. Ah, the speed into the penalty was a bit worse than what the others had. But damn, that quarter pipe trick with the backwards landing actually gained a lot of time. And with that, Christian has the WR. Very nice. So, we have 3 maps to go, actually. So, okay. Next up, we have Concussion Simulator. Let's see what this... Oh, the gaps are big on this one. This one could be crazy. Let's maybe first of all look at my record to see what I have been cooking here. Because the map is very awkward. So first of all, taking the reactors in the start to jump up here and to land here. Then I took the red boost, which is probably not ideal, as you can see, because it gives you a very shit landing. So I somehow just want to get as quickly as possible to this checkpoint. Then I actually went for a wall bang to land clean in this landing with a bug slide. So this was very, very Monka. Then barely getting over the edge here. As you can see, the maps are really shit. Like, we basically really picked the worst maps that you guys sent in for the BYMC. But I think these are really, like, ideal for time attack. Because on these stupid maps, you can just always gain a lot of time. So this is my run, but world record is 10 seconds at. So let's see what you guys have cooked. 5th place by Ignotus Pure. I don't know. Let's see what they're doing. Start looks the same. That is quite different to what I was doing. What the hell? Okay, so he jumps out to the left, goes up with the reactor, hits 1 billion blocks, barely gets to the checkpoint, and then drops down here. That was kind of crazy. Okay, very wild. He is also going for the wall bang, and actually just goes for a clean landing. Has a small touch, but that didn't really lose that much, I think. And let's see where he's going here. Same line here, same line here. And the end should be pretty much the same. Zack. Oh, wow. He almost failed. I think he actually lost time, guys. I think he actually lost time. Look at that. Okay, interesting. Alright, but a very good start for sure. Very interesting strategy. Next up, we have Sean. Let's see what he's doing. Oh, he's doing something different. We already got spoiled. Sean is going for the normal strat. Interesting. Yeah, actually gets the completely normal line and then drops down here with a no slide. Okay. But the line by Ignotus definitely was faster. Interesting. Oh, but Sean with a very, very direct jump basically lands in the checkpoint with a wallbang, however. So where is he gaining to Ignotus? Oh, he gets a plastic bounce. Ain't no way. Okay, that was clean. Actually gets a plastic bounce there. Disgusting. And then also a normal finish. Alright, so far, record still pretty close. Next up, we have Christian, who is only 1700s ahead. Gets a better landing in the start, so already a small optimization there. Very awkward landing here, but it somehow is okay. But definitely also a slower start than Ignotus. Interesting. Then goes a very slow line here and lands very far outside, actually. Okay. Quite a bit behind the others, to be honest. Kept a lot of speed here, however. Wait, he gained it in the end, actually. Look at this. He's in last for now. Okay, naja. Oh, he low jumps to finish. Okay, that's a very interesting time gain. Maybe that is what Ignotus tried to go for as well, but just didn't get it in his run. But that's a very interesting strat by Christian here. Okay. But now it's gonna get interesting, guys. We have avi.ubu. Very illegal nickname. But he is 1.7 seconds ahead of third. What are they doing? We're going in. Start drop. All normal. The times were secret, yes. And he's going for the same reactor strat, but goes all the way on the outside. Now is he getting a... Yo! Full on speed boost. Okay, that's crazy. Yeah, that gains a lot. That gains a lot. Also very clean landing here, actually. Goes up. Small slowdown. That was suboptimal. Oh, small bonk here. And zack, and into the finish. Okay, but let's see it out of Christian's POV. Or like maybe out of Ignotus' POV. How much is it gaining? Yeah, okay, they gained literally everything in the start. That start strat was hella clean, that's for sure. Okay, but now, guys, we have Kupi. Kupi is 2.5 seconds ahead of second place. He is 4 seconds ahead of third. What in the hell is happening here? I am wondering. We're going in. Okay, we have the left strat. Oh, and okay, that was really clean. Very, very clean, actually. But not that far ahead, I would say. He is not that far ahead. There must be more. Oh, it's just staying on the left. Okay. Makes sense, I guess. Shorter line. But how much faster was that start? It's hard to judge, to be honest. Okay, it was quite a bit faster. Because he also had a sick line. Okay, so basically 1 second of a time gain in the start. And then very clean landing here. And then probably like a 1 second time gain here as well. I mean, look how slow this is having to go to the right. Yeah, okay, that gained a lot actually. Damn, that actually looks kinda obvious. I don't know. But could be the only one who found that. Very interesting. At the end, you can go inside wood and bounce into the finish from below. Yeah, one guy was doing that actually. Okay. So definitely the most tricky map so far with the most kind of time gains possible. But yeah, it's a lot of reactor stuff, weird bounces, weird things happening. And yeah, very interesting to watch the records here though. Good cooking by everyone. And with that, we go to the second last map, which is way too many transitions. This was a bit more of a normal map, and the records are also very close to each other, actually. But let's see what they were doing. Inside line by Christian, actually. Interesting. Gains a bit of time. Then we have the slowdown part here. Small nose slide exit, actually. Very nice. Then having to slow down on that part in order to not fly off. Keeping as much speed as possible in the meantime. Then the wall ride, dropping down, jumping, peng. Jumping as far left as possible. And then keeping very good speed into the finish. And then barely making the risky finish. Okay, clean, 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 clean. Next up, we have the Riolu guy. 1300s ahead. This map almost normal? Yeah, this is definitely the most normal one, I think. But I think it's cool to have like a mixture between very shit maps and... I mean, this is not like cup of the day normal. It's still a bit weird. I think it's good to also have these maps in. So that anyone has a chance in the time attack. Yeah, Riolu with a slightly slower start. However, having a bit more exit speed here. Different wall ride line coming in. And he actually keeps gear 4. Okay, that gained a lot of speed actually. Then also has a bit more speed into the cruise control. Very low airtime there. And a very good risky finish. Clean. So next up we have Mark, who's only 200s ahead. We're going in. I only made it thanks to playable maps. Yeah, I mean fair. If you have world record on all of the playable maps, then deserved. Oh, Mark barely keeping grip there. Jumps quite far here, loses a bit of speed I think. But still overall in the lead. Keeps gear 4 as well. Oh, Mark must have had a bad ending actually. Oh, he got a clip I think. Oh, Mark lost a lot in the end. Riolu almost with the snipe, but not quite enough because Mark's start was really clean. Then in second place, we have Sean. Let's see what he's doing. No slide start as well. Slows down here, barely keeps grip. Actually not the greatest exit speed. Okay, he must have had a really good end. Keeps the gear, very nice. Oh my god, he kept so much speed here. And then also a bit of a cleaner transition than Mark. And with that, overtaking. Mark also saying you can gain 0.2 to his start. Damn. That is actually a lot more possible then. Interesting. And then we have Auris in first. Let's see what Auris is cooking. Start is looking... Oh, gets a roof hit actually. Looks like that actually lost time. Yeah, look, has the slowest start until here. Oh, but insane amount of exit speed actually. Very clean. Mark, however, still with the best start. So Mark actually actively trolled. Yeah, Auris with the best line here. Very low jump. Oh, very good transition there. And with that, low jumping into the finish. Damn. So yeah, definitely a bit more possible. Auris the only one to break the 32-second barrier. But with that, has the world record. Very well done. And with that, we're gonna finally come over to the very last map. Which is Random Block Picker. I don't speak anime, I don't know. So let's see what is being cooked on this one. This map. Auris in 5th. So this map has a lot of like free blocked blocks that have like very yeah, very interesting angles and positions. So let's see what Aurus is cooking. Clean line here. Keep speed onto the wood. And then actually transitions from one bobsleigh block to the other. I think this is something I did in my discovery as well already. So this was common knowledge basically. Then drops into here and keeps pretty solid speed into the dirt actually. And then gets a small zoop actually. And drops cleanly into this. Drops clean. Skips a little bit of penalty. Then the overwall. And then the end. Oh, you can actually... Oh, what? You can actually cut the end, guys. Nah, that's crazy. Instead of going for the Red Bull bounce, you can side jump and it's barely enough to get into the finish. That is crazy. Okay. I wonder, is everyone doing that? I don't know. We're gonna find out. In 4th place, we have Lucia. I think the only top 5 occurrence by them. Let's see what we see. Let's see what we have. A bit of a double bump here, but that was actually really clean. I don't know how that worked, but they didn't get a penalty. And with that, gained quite some speed. Good speed into the dirt as well. Small zoop here as well. And it's definitely very well ahead of Aurus. So I think the Aurus end definitely gained. And Lucia is probably going to go for the normal end. That's kind of close though. It's pretty equal. Lucia going for it as well actually. Okay, very interesting. Very interesting. Ah, okay. Then in 3rd place we have Jar Grab. Let's see what they're doing. Very low line here and therefore actually has the most speed out of everyone into the wood so far. Then dropping here. Oh, very awkward landing. Is that? Yeah, I was about to say that will give an acceleration penalty. With that actually falling behind a little bit. However, an ice slide into this saved his ass, but then lost it again by touching the wall. Oh, but very good exit here. Kept a lot of speed. And look how much they gained to Lucia. That was like almost a 1-second time gain. And then also going for the finish cut. Everyone going for that so far. Interesting. It does look pretty difficult, yeah. And now we actually have a bit of a gap. Avi.uwu, what a name, in 2nd place with 0.4 of a lead. Oh, has by far the best start actually. Clean. Then drops here. Let's see how clean the transition is. Lands very far on the ass. But actually didn't get a penalty or anything. Keeps a lot of speed. Going for a small ice slide. Going very far down here. And look at that. Lucia gained so much with that section. Lucia had it by far the best. But it really seems like this kind of exit here is super important. Because it allows you to skip the penalty. And yeah, I mean, you see it. Easy overtake. And then going for the side jump as well. So I guess everyone is going for it actually. But they all only very barely make it in. That's kind of interesting. And then we have Christian in 1st. What is Christian doing? Not a big lead. Nah, Christian, you sneaky little Brazilian. Yo, what a start. Has so much speed. Goes very low here. What a start by him. Okay, we're definitely going to compare that. But let's first of all watch the run. Now gets the soup. Oh, but that was not good, was it? I think Christian was actually far in the lead with that start. And then almost lost it in the end by the looks of it. Wait, don't tell me he goes safe finish. Nah, the world record is the only one going safe finish. That's crazy. But he has the secret start. Okay, let's see the comparison. He's the only one going safe finish. Yo, that's a big difference. No one found that? Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong. Oh, we have Christian in the chat. I didn't know the end skip. So mad. Yeah, I mean, didn't matter apparently. You had the world record either way. Yeah, look at that. Avi Uwu is only finishing 300s behind, but they are like 1 second behind. That's crazy. Holy moly. Zack and zack. Look how far he was ahead. Yeah, okay, so the end is almost a second. Nah, that's crazy. That just being fast enough on the map for not needing to do the risky finish and still getting 1st place. Okay, but those were all of the records on the BYMC time attack maps, aka on my own weekly shorts, you could say. Was very, very entertaining to watch, but it was only entertaining to watch thanks to you guys. So big shout out to everyone who played the maps. I really hope you enjoyed it. And of course, very big congrats again to Christian, Auris, Velk, Mark, and Sean, who managed to qualify to the BYMC monthly final, which happens next Monday on the 27th of April. So definitely make sure to tune into that. Gonna be very juicy. And yeah, for the people watching this on YouTube, I really hope you enjoyed the world record reaction. Definitely let me know if we should do these BYMC time attack competitions every single month from now on. I think they are really fun, so I think why not? But definitely let me know if you have any feedback about it. And yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for watching and see you guys in another one. Bye bye!